So she's no longer gonna be unapologetically herself? Nah, say it ain't so.
Angel Reese has been hit with a lifetime ban from the WNBA. Yes, you read that right, a permanent suspension. Why? Because she thought she could break the rules and walk away unscathed. No way. She believed she could rise to legendary status, rivaling stars like Caitlin Clark. But that dream just came crashing down.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
But here's the twist. It didn't work. Not even close. Caitlin's still dominating in a league of her own. And you're stuck on the sidelines permanently.
That was probably the hardest time of my life, just because I never took a break from basketball and I didn't realize mental health was important.
Believe it or not, Angel, you're not the first baller to go down this path of self-destruction. Ever heard of Rashard Lewis? Back in 2009, he got nailed for using performance-enhancing drugs. Thought he was slick until the suspension hit. Boom. Career derailed. And let's not forget OJ Mayo, banned from the NBA entirely for drug use. Steroids didn't save them, and they sure won't save you. These guys juiced up thinking they'd dominate the court, only to get bounced out of the league instead. And now here you are, Angel, running the same failed playbook, only worse. Did you really think steroids would make you the next Caitlin Clark? Be serious. Even juiced, you're not matching her game. While Caitlin's out here sinking buzzer beaters like they're warm-ups, you thought a few injections would close that talent gap. Think again.
We'll give it up to Allen. They're going to give up that shot to her. Reese puts it up. Count the bucket. Body bucket and one for Angel.
May have the best nose for the basketball in the W. Good job staying with their concentration on this finish. Nice tap by Camilla.
Let's just call it what it is. You've been feeling the pressure ever since Caitlin Clark stepped onto the scene. Meanwhile, Angel, the buzz that once followed you, it started to fade. You were supposed to be the next big WNBA star, but instead, you've been stuck in Caitlin's shadow. She's out here draining threes from the parking lot while you've been struggling just to stay in the game. So when the spotlight shifted, when the pressure got too real, what did you do? You turned to steroids, like that was somehow going to level the playing field. Spoiler alert, it didn't.
Degree of difficulty on this catch was big time. I don't know how she got herself shot ready in time, especially
trailing 71-59. Angel Reese, what she got in her. Oh, she draws the contact. Get in there. Count it. Shy Barbie going to work.
One thing that Angel Reese is not going to do, and that's shy away from contact. She doesn't care if it's Nneka Ogwumike or someone from the SEC. She is going right through the chest of her defender. It's the
anchor for this group last year.
Here's why this whole steroid strategy was doomed from the start. But hey, if you're enjoying this video, now's the perfect time to like and subscribe to our channel. See, Caitlin Clark's greatness isn't something you can manufacture. You can't just inject a little muscle and suddenly gain her court vision, her clutch gene, or that ridiculous range that breaks defenders' spirits. That kind of greatness comes from raw talent and relentless work, not a needle. Sure, maybe you thought bulking up would make you stronger, quicker, better on defense. But no amount of fake muscle can give you what Caitlin has. Her basketball IQ? Off the charts. Her instincts? Razor sharp. Her composure under pressure? Ice cold. And none of that comes in a vial. Caitlin plays with finesse, precision, and control. Meanwhile, you tried to outmuscle her. Newsflash, basketball isn't just about brute force.
Can't you just say she's doing the Moses Malone? Remember old Moses, one of your favorite big men? He'd get 18 rebounds, 7 of them from his own misses. Come on. But anyway, Jason, this is what we brought up a couple days ago. The aesthetic quality with Angel is simply not there. I'm not saying there's not a value to her game.
If basketball were all about brute force, there'd be no need for strategy, plays, or game plans. But it's not. It's about skill and execution. And Caitlin? She's got that in spades. She's playing chess while you were out here bench pressing pawns. The truth is, Angel, your hunger to be the best took a dark turn, to the point where cheating felt like your only shot at keeping up. But instead of making you better, it exposed your weakness. Instead of sharpening your skills, you looked for shortcuts. And now, you're facing a lifetime WNBA suspension. Ouch! Seriously, did you really think no one would notice? Like the WNBA wouldn't question how you went from 0 to 60 out of nowhere? Steroids aren't exactly subtle. When a player suddenly levels up without a clear reason, that's a massive red flag, and the league saw it from a mile away. But here's the real kicker. Even if you hadn't been caught, would it have actually solved your problem? Did you think bulking up was going to magically turn you into Steph Curry on offense or Kawhi Leonard on defense? Let's be real, Caitlin Clark isn't dominating with brute strength. She's outthinking you. She's outplaying you. She's straight up outclassing you. And no amount of steroids was ever going to fix that.
Minnesota Lynx team needed. Snatched her up from Chicago. Here goes Reese, penetrating with 6 points to go with her 8 rebounds.
I like when Angel Reese takes it off the bounce. I like her ability, her
Jones blocked by Reese.
Gets her own miss. On top, Mabry shuffles it over. Evans for 3. Offensive rebound, put back and a foul.
That's what she does, NBA. One of the most prolific rebounds.
And now, the WNBA has spoken. You're suspended for life. The headlines are everywhere. And Angel Reese, you're left asking, what now? The answer? Simple. There's no coming back from this. Sure, you might try to salvage your image, maybe play overseas or in a less competitive league. But the damage is done. Your name is now permanently tied to this scandal, a legacy overshadowed by a single irreversible choice.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is probably looking at all this and laughing. She didn't need steroids. She just kept grinding, stayed focused, and kept doing what she does best. Now she's breaking records, cashing checks, and cementing her place in basketball history. You tried to cheat the system, Angel, but in the end, it backfired. Badly.
Carter against Horston. We're going to be watching that matchup all night long. Carter does a great job getting by Jordan there. Now on Agumake. Good bounce pass to Reese. Up and in.
If there's one lesson to take from this whole debacle, it's this: shortcuts never work. You thought steroids would be your ticket to glory, but all they earned you was a lifetime suspension. Instead of grinding harder, improving your game, and earning your place, you chose the easy way out. And now, you're on the outside looking in, watching Caitlin Clark continue to dominate like she was born for it. But you weren't the only one who should have known better. Enter Teresa Witherspoon, a name that once carried serious weight in the basketball world. Now, she's being dragged into this mess for standing by you, and worse, allegedly condoning and encouraging your reckless choices. And it's not just her reputation that's taken a hit. Her actions have shaken the WNBA, especially the Chicago Sky, who now find themselves at the center of an ugly, avoidable controversy.
Reese trying to seal inside. Reese the shovel. Cardoso the finish. Here's Stewart going to work on Reese. Gets partially blocked by Angel Reese. Reese running the floor. Oh, what a pass! Jonquel Jones on the money to Reese. Big to big.
Pass by Jonquel Jones right over the top. But watch this catch. Wow. There's very little space to catch, corral, and finish.
Reminds me of the and one she had in the win against Indiana in Chicago.
Second team foul here for the Aces. Got to get to 5. to be in the bonus. Mabry looking for something, finds Reese, that's something. And Reese trying to make herself available, does on the post. Gets her first field goal to go.
Mobile and Wi-Fi provider of the Chicago Sky. Nothing has been more reliable.
Teresa Witherspoon has long been praised for her leadership and mentorship, but somewhere along the way, it seems she lost sight of the bigger picture. Maybe she saw Angel Reese as the Chicago Sky's golden ticket back to relevance and was willing to risk it all to make that happen. But now, that gamble has landed her squarely in the middle of a steroid-fueled scandal, one that's threatening to stain not just her legacy, but the entire organization.
Three, splits the defenders. Shot blocked from behind by Angel Reese.
Leading scorer tied now with Skylar Diggins-Smith.
Reese, the flip shot with the right hand, no good, but gets her own rebound again, goes through traffic, and scores. Angel Reese, high post to Gumake, flashes, probably shouldn't have put the ball on the deck because there were a lot of hands down there. Here's Allen with it. Back to Harrison. Pump fakes inside. Reese flips it up with the left hand and scores.
Teresa Witherspoon, you were once a trailblazer, a legend, and an inspiring team leader who excelled as both a defender and playmaker. You were the heart and soul of the New York Liberty, leading them to 4 WNBA Finals appearances, including in 1999, when you pulled off one of the most iconic plays in league history. But now, you're the coach who encouraged a player to cut corners, ruining her career and dragging the reputation of the Chicago Sky down with her. In one swift move, you've managed to undermine everything you once stood for, all in a misguided attempt to keep up with a player neither you nor Angel could ever reach. How did you think this would end, Teresa? Do you believe the WNBA made the right call by making an example out of Angel Reese? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Yeah, baby! Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go!
It's not just Angel Reese feeling the fallout from this scandal. The entire Chicago Sky organization is now grappling with the repercussions. Once a respected WNBA franchise, the Sky now find themselves at the center of a scandal that threatens to tarnish their entire season, if not their future as a team. Teresa, by allowing this to happen on your watch, you didn't just ruin your own reputation. You damaged the Chicago Skies too. The fans, the sponsors, the entire basketball community, they are all watching, and they are shaking their heads. This is a team that was supposed to represent quality, teamwork, and ethics on the court. But now, they are caught up in a scandal that raises serious questions about whether any of those values exist within their ranks.
For an easy layup. And this creates energy. We saw
3 points separating these sides, a little over 3 to go in the opening quarter.
Look for Marina Mabry to get her number called on this possession.
How about the mid-range jumper from Angel Reese? First time we've seen her hit from about 8.
Dana Evans' hesitation into traffic finds Angel Reese, who finds a bucket.
Lindsey Allen in off the bench for the Sky now, along with Kennedy Carter, so some of that second unit in for Chicago. Reese jabs, drives, and finishes at the rim.
Mabry, it's a deep one, rattles it in for her first three-pointer of the night.
It's really good here. Watch this action. Marina Mabry takes her defender down, makes a V cut to come get
Mabry the rebound. Outlet up to Allen, who's been really good in this game. Over to Dana Evans, looking for options. Reese in the lane. There's an option and one.
And if you thought the reputational damage was bad, let's talk about what's happening on the court. Since this scandal surfaced, the Chicago Sky's performance has been nothing short of a disaster. Their losing streak has been so bad, it's hard to watch. But really, it's no surprise when a team's focus shifts from playing great basketball to covering up a steroid scandal. Naturally, the results on the court are bound to deteriorate. Witherspoon, you've led this team into a type of basketball that's barely recognizable. Fans are calling it harem ball, a style so chaotic and directionless that it makes you wonder if the players even remember how to run a proper play. Teamwork is gone. Chemistry is out the window. The Sky have become a shadow of their former selves. all because of the toxic environment created by your leadership or lack thereof. The team's offense is a mess, with players looking more like they're running a pickup game at the local gym than playing professional basketball. Clip of disorganized play. So, how did it all go so wrong? Well, it starts at the top. As head coach, you were supposed to be the glue holding this team together. But instead of fostering a culture of accountability and hard work, you condoned shortcuts by turning a blind eye to Angel Reese's steroid use. By doing so, you sent a message to the team: winning at any cost is more important than playing the game the right way. And when that happens, everything falls apart. Players stop trusting each other. They stop trusting you. And when trust is gone, teamwork crumbles. You can see it in how the Sky plays now. Each player trying to be a hero, hoping to fix things on their own, but only making it worse. The Chicago Sky might recover to their former glory, but as for Angel Reese, she might want to consider focusing on OnlyFans now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more. Stay tuned.